Oh god. While man's looking all stush, fresh and thing, I'm also drop another video in it because next time you man's gonna get on to me about why your hairline and your beard's looking scruffy and patchy and blah blah blah. Shut up. Shut up. Man looking fresh today. Okay. This side's a bit shorter, but feeling fresh. Anyway, let's move on, man. Gonna do daddy issues, man. Been a while since I dropped some fucking bombs. Why do I swear so much? It's mad. It's mad. But anyway, well, maybe a New Year's resolution, maybe to try and curb the F bombs and the other swearing in that. You get me? But yeah. I mean, to be fair, I've always swore. I don't swear maliciously. You know what I mean? I just swear generally. Always gets me kind of little trouble with my mate, you know what I'm saying to you. In fact, let's go with that, Dad. Let's go with that while we're chatting, you know what I'm saying to you, because how many times do you bust a swear word and then you realise the youth's around? And then they're like, what? Looking at you like you said something mad, you know what I'm saying to you, like, shut up, brethren. I'm an adult. Now how long I've been waiting to swear? You know what I'm saying to you? Mum and Dad always says, when you get your own yard, you get your own rules, you can do what you like. Here I am, paying full bills for everything. I swear as much as I like. You gotta know. You get what I'm saying to you? This is what I say to her. You have to know. There's things that adults can do, and there's things that kids can do. One thing that an adult can do that a kid can't do is swearing. Let me catch you swearing, catch 'em beating. You know what I mean? Have to install the fear into them just like we had it. You know what I'm saying to you? But yeah, man. I got a good one. She don't really swear. I hadn't heard her swear, to be fair. So yeah, let's keep it at that. But yeah, man. A mate came to me the other day who was asking me about did I ever get bullied in school? And obviously we all go through times of not being bullied, but you might be on the receiving end of jokes, you know what I'm saying to you? Especially when you're a boy. Why? Your mama and girl and all of them kind of jokes come running thick and fast, you know what I'm saying to you? So, and obviously, those of you know me from school, I'd like to think I wasn't a bully, you know what I mean? But, like I said to her, there was times when, due to peer pressure, and sometimes maybe not even due to peer pressure, just wanting to fit in, if you know what I'm saying. There's been times when, yes, Daddy did do something that was classed as bullying. Okay, come on, I'm gonna be real right now. I'm gonna be real. There's obviously been times when there's been people at the school. We all know that you got a couple people at the school that was scruffy, smelled, didn't have no friends. You might not physically bully them, but obviously on a mental one, you are bullying them because you're not making friends with them. You know what I'm saying to you? You just like, oh, no, I thought having them in our group, they smell. Rah. And you don't really think nothing of it as a kid. It's not until you get older that you realise, boy, saying that might have mentally affected those young people. You know what I mean? At the time. But at the time, all you're trying to do in secondary school in that is just fit in. Find your place and fit in. And sometimes it's at the detriment to somebody else. So I was trying to say to her that there will be times where there might be somebody by themselves. And everybody might be saying, you know what, I don't want them in our group because they smell. I don't want this and I don't want that. Now it's going to be down to her to make the choice of whether she wants to go over and befriend that person. And like I said to her, at times, Daddy didn't want to do those things. I didn't want to befriend somebody for the fear that I would lose my friend group that I'm in already. If I start hanging around with that person that smells and doesn't have any friends and barely talks to anybody or anything anyway, where's that going to leave me? Or my friend's going to be like, oh, well, leave him now, forget him. We're not going to ask him to play football. We're not going to ask him to come out later. You know what I mean? So those kind of peer pressures, those kind of bullying situations do happen. And I was trying to make her aware that, yeah, Daddy didn't just walk into school, just start bullying people left, right, and centre, you know what I'm saying? But at times, I'm looking back on it, I could see how I was classed as a bully in certain situations, shall we say. But yeah, so I was just basically just trying to say to her that you're gonna end up in some situations, and you might want to stay with your peer group, but you have to understand that the negative effect that will have on that person who has not been asked to be, who has not been introduced into the group, asked to participate in an activity or whatever. They're gonna feel sad and they're gonna feel neglected. And true to my baby, as my baby's gold as always, she said that she wouldn't care about her friends and she would go and speak to that person and she would ask that person, and she's already done it in school already, blah blah blah. So let's see, won't we? Let's see. We'll come back to this video in about 4 or 5 years then. We'll see if she's been bullying anybody. But like I said to her, there's a lot of fear of when you're going into secondary school that bullying is the main thing. Like I said before, like you're gonna get birthday beats all the time, every day. You're gonna get your head put down the toilet and flushed. You're gonna lose your lunch money. You're gonna lose your pens, or they might take your trainers, or you know what I mean? All sorts of rubbish that you hear about in secondary school. But like I said to her, man, those are just myths. Those are just things that we say to scare the younger kids as the teenagers. You get me? As teenagers, when we talk to our little brothers and sisters and cousins, like, say, yeah man, big school's hard, man, you gotta be tough, you gotta be ready. Just because we want them to be ready, you know what I mean? But you don't realise the psychological effect that plays on them. So they're thinking all the way through, like, no, so someone's gonna be at school waiting for me. Someone's gonna be ready to take my stuff. How am I gonna react? Can I stand up for myself? If I stand up for myself, are the teachers gonna punish me? Are my parents gonna punish me? You know what I mean? I've always said to Maya, tell the teacher. If somebody's making you feel uncomfortable, making you feel sad, they've touched you in an appropriate way, physically or just groping or something like that, go tell the teacher. Obviously tell your parents when you come home, tell us when you come home, but tell the teacher. If the teacher's not dealing with it and this incident persists to keep carrying on, then come and deal with it, and then come and tell me, because I know she can deal with it. She can handle herself from most of the young people of her age. So if you've told your teacher and the teacher has not dealt with it, or has dealt with it but then it keeps happening, at a certain point you have to deal with it yourself. I'm sorry, that's how I taught her. And because I don't want my child to be just waiting on a teacher and a teacher thinks that they've done it, because teachers have got a lot of stuff going on in their day-to-day, so they're just trying to fix and solve every situation quick, but every situation can't be solved between two young people in a 3-4 minute conversation, you know what I mean? Somebody might still be harboring feelings towards somebody else, some negative feelings. So I always say to her, explain the situation, leave it with the teachers. Now, if this situation keeps happening and the teachers have not made the situation any better and they're not fixing their situation, then deal with it yourself. Smack the kid up in the face, come and tell me, and we'll deal with it. It's wrong, but I'm not having her being touched or being mentally abused, physically abused, and all of this rubbish, you know what I'm saying to you? When I know full well, one bang to the kid's face, it's dealt with most kids, you know what I'm saying? You might have to have a scrap or whatever, that's fine. With me, obviously everybody else tells their kids to handle their situation differently. I'm not saying violence is the answer, but we all know, especially with bullies, they only pick on those that they feel that are weaker. So if you stand up for yourself, more time you're going to get left alone. More time standing up for yourself means fighting. Sometimes we're pushed into a situation where you have to fight. You have to fight. But yeah, obviously try and make your kids know that fighting is the last resort, but at the same time they should be ready. You get what I'm saying to you? They should be ready, because we know there's a lot of people out there that haven't taught their young people to resolve their issues with words first. They just go straight to violence. I try to resolve words first. Then if that don't happen and nobody ain't paying attention, then use your own words, use your own fists. Bash that up right at the end. That is mad. Cut.